Hey everyone, welcome to Reverse Homesteading. Would you like to make fertilizer for free? I know I like doing it. There are two different ways to do it. One takes a little bit longer than the other, and it's just from things that you would have around the house or at least in your neighborhood. Very cheap, very simple. Let's get going. What we will need today is this. We are making compost tea. Very simple, just a bucket of water and a couple of little bits and pieces. This is my usual composting area. This is bucket 1, 2, 3. So 3 is nearly ready for the garden. Number 2 is getting there, and number 1's where I'm putting all my food scraps. And we have rats and possums here who love all sorts of things. But I will leave a composting video for that system right here, a link up here. And show you my leaf pile, which is here in the similar area. So it needs a bit of attention. I need to chop up some of the things on the top, but anything that is jute twine, old trellis that I've made, anything that doesn't have a lot of seeds in it. This is corn, that's a corn stalk, so that's not really seeds. Gets just chucked on there and I deal with it later, but I'll show you more about that pile in just a moment. Just thought I'd show you very quickly the 1, 2, 3 buckets. This is what I'm putting my scraps in at the moment. I've just got some stuff to suck up moisture there. It's sawdust from chainsawing trees here. We had some weedy trees here, so we're allowed to chop those down, so that's okay. This is the stuff in progress. Need to add some more of this into there just to sort of keep it going. And that's nearly ready for the garden. It's a bit sticky, a bit too many sticks in it, but it's getting there and it'll break down even further. You can see this part here almost looks like soil. That's fantastic for brightening up your soil a little bit and getting it going with all the little microbes. So I'll put that out in the garden soon. So if that didn't put you off, you're ready for the next bit. We don't even need all of these things, so you just need to decide how you're going to collect your weeds. Yes, weeds. Weeds and bits of plant matter. So we have plenty of plant matter over here in my pile of leaves. I'll just grab those corn leaves. Corn leaves? It's probably a bit noisy for you all, sorry. So there's that, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but that's just an example. I'll go get some weeds. You can use green grass clippings. You can just rip your weeds up like this. Dandelions are great because they often regrow. I'll leave a little bit there for next time. The good thing about dandelions is you might be able to find them in your local park if you live in an apartment or somewhere that doesn't have much of a backyard. If you do have a little bit of backyard, you probably have some lawn clippings. If you mow the lawn yourself, you can grab those. You can grab bits of long grass from wherever you can find them, and even that by itself will be enough. The thing about the kind of weeds that you use, make sure you don't get any weeds that you can't eat, which may sound silly, but just don't grab anything that's poisonous, because if you're going to eat what this is put onto, you don't really want something poisonous going into your compost tea. I'm pretty happy about all of those dandelions being here. And the other weird thing that you need is a handful of soil. So we'll grab some normal soil here. What this does is it keeps the microbes going. So microbes are fundamental to a good compost tea. That's what we're doing. We're basically allowing the little microbes to grow, and that's what will give us all of our lovely nutrients for the soil, and the microbes condition the soil as well, so the water passes through more easily and you get a much better garden as a result. So we have all of our ingredients here. The reason why it's called compost tea is it's like making a tea bag. So we're going to steep these ingredients, and after a week or 2 or 3, I'll speak about that later, you will be able to have a lovely fertilizer which is fantastic for your soil. You can put the ingredients in anything you like. You can use a wash bag from your laundry. Obviously I wouldn't use it for the laundry after that. You can use something you make yourself, like this bag I've made out of shade cloth with just a drawstring top. That's the one I usually use. Anything that allows the water to seep through to the ingredients, and then of course the ingredients can seep back out into the water. So have a think about how you're going to clean this once it's all sort of covered in mushy plant matter. You may not want to clean everything like that, so that's why I'm not going to use those, but you can just open it up, put the ingredients in there, wrap it up with string so it's like a little tea bag, and then hang it off this. If you have one of these, that's even better. It's what I used to use for compost tea, but I'm using it for solid compost now. So I'll get this in the tea bag and we'll show you the next bit. Alrighty, so we have our little tea bag ready. I've hung it on the stick. If you have children around, it's not good to have an open bucket of water, which will progressively get a little stinky and germy. That won't bother us, but you may not want kids around that. So make sure you get most of the air out of that. You can just see the soil coming out of the bag a bit, that's okay. You just don't want big chunks of leaf matter floating around in there, because then you have to fish them out later when they're a little bit mushy. So if you're at all squeamish, this might actually cure you. So you can leave it like that, or you can put a lid on it of some kind, put some plastic over the top. Just make sure it's not completely airtight. A lid like that I would leave a little bit loose, because what you're doing is fermenting. So you will need to have either a loose lid or just something to keep the rain out, that sort of thing. You don't want it overflowing. That's why I've got it under some trees, and I'll just keep an eye on it. I might even put some core flute, which is like plastic cardboard, over the top, keeping the rain out. So you leave that for a week, and then you'll get a weak dark honey kind of colour once you take all of that out. Then you can dilute it 1 to 4, so 1 being the smaller amount of your compost tea. If you leave it for 2 or 3 weeks, you'll get quite a dark brew, and it won't smell as much. So you can do 1 week, 2 or 3 weeks, but if you do 2 or 3 weeks, it won't smell as much. It'll be darker, but you have to dilute it so that it looks like a weak black tea. So if you leave it 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be a 1 to 10 solution. Some people even do 1 to 20. So 1 to 20 would be what you use for small plants and little seedlings and delicate things. Or if you want to spray on leaves, you have to do the very diluted one of 1 to 20 if you have a stronger one. But if you just leave it a week, which is tempting to do, and I'm sure it'll be great, you just won't get as many nutrients in there, but maybe a little bit stinky, but you can use it at a lower dilution. So I'll put that on the screen for you. Well, I hope you're having fun in your garden. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.